Hello everyone, my name is Yuerong Li. Now I'm starting to present the financial risk management plan for the Thai Airways. Um, According to the paper, the largest operating cost center for airlines on average are the company's fuel expenses and those expenses related to the procurement of oil. At Table 5 shows, fuel and oil expenses was the main expenses of Thai Airways, and it had a tendency to increase both in size and in proportion year by year. If the trend persisted, the fuel and oil expenses were expected to be at least 40% of the total expenses in the upcoming year. Thai Airways expenses were significantly exposed to the fluctuation in the fuel and oil price volatility. Um, when when oil prices are increasing in the global economy, it's natural that the stock price of airlines drop. When oil price decline in the economic, it's equally natural that the stock price of airlines go up. Fuel costs are such a large part of an airline's overhead percentage that the fluctuating price of oil greatly affects the airline's bottom line. To protect themselves from volatile oil costs, airlines commonly practice fuel hedging. The theory behind airline fuel hedging is to reduce a major source of swings in profits and thus higher prices for the airline stocks. 4 ways airlines hedge against the oil. Futures are used by some airlines, but the most popular forms of fuel price hedging are options, swaps, and collars. First is purchasing current oil contracts. In this hedging scenario, an airline would have to believe that the price will rise in the future. To mitigate these rising prices, the airline purchases large amounts of current oil contracts for its future needs. Secondly is purchasing call options. When a company purchases a call option, it allows the company to purchase a stock or commodity at a specific price within a certain date range. And this means that airline companies are able to hedge against the rising fuel prices by buying the right to purchase oil in the future at a price that is agreed on today. Next is implementing a collar hedge. It requires a company to purchase both a call option and a put option. While a call option allows an investor to purchase a stock or commodity at a future date for a price that's agreed upon today. A put option allows an investor to do the opposite, sell a stock or commodity at a future date for a price that's agreed on today. A collar hedge uses a put option to protect an airline from a decline in the price of oil if that airlines and expects oil price to increase. The last is purchase swap contracts. Finally, an airline can implement a swap strategy to hedge against the potential of rising fuel costs. A swap is similar to a call option but with more stringent guidelines. While a call option gives an airline to the right to purchase oil in the future at a certain price, it doesn't require the company to do so. A swap, on the other hand, locks in the purchase of oil at a future price at a specific date. If fuel prices decline instead, the airline company has the potential to lose much more than it would with a call option strategy. Um, Hedging strategy for Thai Airways. Options including collar structure and swaps are the primary derivative used by airlines. Many companies, including Southwest, have stated that they prefer over-the-counter derivatives to exchange-traded futures because they are more customizable. OTC derivatives are traded directly between the airlines and the investment banks, and as such have counterparty risk that must be considered. Therefore, most airlines prefer to trade with 3 or 4 different banks to diversify this risk and also to get the best price possible. The ability to customize these contracts greatly facilitates the implementation of a dynamic hedging strategy. The dynamic hedging strategy. This strategy is based on the prediction that the oil price cycles is a mean reverting process, or that it moves in cycles rather than consistently in one direction. To implement a dynamic hedging strategy, a firm needs to vary the products over the oil price cycle. When oil is at the low point in the cycle, received fixed swap are used because the likelihood of further price declines is not considered as probable as the price increase. As the swap contract allows the airline to lock in the relatively low price. In the middle range of the cycle, collars are used to lock in a specific range of prices, giving up potential savings from price and depreciation while hedging against the further increase. When oil prices are at the top of the price cycle, kept used to prevent loss from further appreciation while allowing the company to take advantage of price decreases. This This strategy requires a substantial amount of monitoring, but it has been rather successful for Southwest. Their fuel costs are currently locked in at the equivalent of $24 per barrel of oil, while the majority of its competition is paying market of about $40 per barrel. That's all. Thank you.